What's up, everyone? 100 Thieves just went through one of their most disappointing seasons yet. From getting knocked out early in kickoff to missing championship entirely. This team that was once a world championship contender is now struggling to find their identity. But here's the thing, the pieces are still there. The infrastructure, the resources, the fan base. What they need is the right players in the right roles. And today I'm going to show you how exactly 100 Thieves can build a roster that could actually compete for trophies in 2026. Before we jump in, and yes, this is my actual voice. Since last time, you guys told me to ditch my AI voiceover, so here I am. If you are excited about 100 Thieves roster moves and want to see more Valorant analysis like this, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. It really helps me bring you more content like this. Also, let me know in the comments what you think about this potential moves. I've cooked up the perfect lineup that fixes all of their current problems. We're talking about players who are available, have proven themselves at the highest level, and most importantly actually fits the roles 100 Thieves desperately needs. Let's dive in. The problem with current 100 Thieves. Before we get to the solutions, let's quickly understand why 100 Thieves has been struggling so hard. The biggest issue, they've completely failed to keep up with the current meta, while other teams adapted and evolved their playstyles. 100 Thieves got stuck in the past and couldn't make the necessary changes to stay competitive. Here is the video of Asuna explaining his struggles with 100 Thieves.
So, reflecting on the year, without going too hard in the details, I just used the word we're always behind. It never felt like we were even on the starting line, type deal. It's Teo meta. We're struggling to incorporate it, and it's just difficult, and it's hard to showcase to the fans what we could be capable of.
Role confusion has been massive too. Boostio, the former IGL, who was a world-class Sentinel player on EG, playing agents like Killjoy and Chamber when they won Champions 2023, has been forced into playing Initiator. This goes against everything that made him special as an anchor and side holder. He went from being the defensive backbone to sitting in awkward Initiator positions, throwing utilities. The meta shifted towards double Initiator and double duelist compositions and more flexible agent pools, but 100 Thieves couldn't adapt properly. They were too rigid in their approach and couldn't figure out how to make their players work within the new systems that top teams were running. And don't even get me started on their lack of true IGL. They've been trying to make things work with role swaps and compromises. But what they really need is a complete reset with players who naturally fits their system and can actually keep up with how modern Valorant is played. That's where my dream roster comes in. Let's start with the most important role, the IGL.
Down to 45 though. Brilliant timing for Palitek there to catch G on that walk up. Flyer still going to try and make something of this.
6 HP.
He's low. Oh,
No
it's
way,
gorgeous.
what a round
Flyer.
that was. Has he killed double on elbow?
Flyer has proven himself as one of the most tactical minds in Northern American Valorant and even in EU. First, he brings actual structure. 100 Thieves has been playing ruse, aggressive Valorant without proper calling, which works when you're aim defing teams but falls apart against top tier opponents. Flyer would bring the strategic depth they're missing. Second, he's not afraid to make tough calls. We've seen him elevate players around him by putting them in the positions to succeed. With the firepower that 100 Thieves has access to, having someone who can properly coordinate their talent is exactly what they need. And most importantly, he might be available. The perfect initiator.
Play this out patiently. He wants to spot them both. Can he make the transition? Yes, he can! Come!
Now let's talk about Com, and this might be the most important pickup of all. Com is considered one of the best initiator players in Valorant right now, and he solves so many problems for 100 Thieves. First, he's a natural initiator. Unlike Boostier, who was forced into the role, Com has been playing initiator at the highest level of years. He knows the timings, the positioning, and how to set up the team for success. But here's the crazy part. Com can also play smokes when needed. He's shown incredible flexibility on agents like Viper and even controller agents, which gives 100 Thieves the comp variety they desperately need. Remember how 100 Thieves struggled because they were too rigid in their compositions? Com fixes that. Com is currently exploring options as a restricted free agent from Leviathan, making him available for 100 Thieves.
The entire way through, this guy's been unreal. The Ascent Goat, he's back.
Okeanos, the underrated smokes genius. For smokes, I'm going with Okeanos. And hear me out on this one. Okeanos joined Leviathan in May as part of their mid-season rebuild and showed impressive performance on the controller role. What makes Okeanos special is his game sense. He doesn't just drop smokes randomly, he understands map control, he knows when to rotate his utility, and he can adapt his playstyle based on what the team needs. And he can also play Yoru, which is the current meta. During his time with Leviathan, we saw him hold his own against some of the best teams in Americas. His smoke timings were crisp, his positioning was smart, and he never seemed overwhelmed by pressure of playing for a top team. Like Com, Okeanos is also exploring options as a restricted free agent, which means 100 Thieves could realistically get both of these Leviathan players who already have chemistry together. Demon 1, the superstar.
Please. You know this is possible. You know it's possible, dude.
Previously, won his fight against Jaw.
Now for the most exciting pickup, Demon 1, I know he's been playing for DRG recently as a substitute, but his recent performances on Sentinel agents have been absolutely incredible. But let's talk about what everyone knows Demon 1 for. His absolutely insane aim and firepower. This guy is one of the most mechanically gifted players in Valorant. When he's on, he can single-handedly take over rounds and clutch impossible situations. The raw skill ceiling this man has is just different from most of the players. Here is what Demon 1 makes perfect for this 100 Thieves roster. He can play both Senti and Duelist at the highest level. Need a jet player for aggressive side takes? Demon 1's got you covered. He literally won champions, playing that style with some of the most insane individual performances we have ever seen. Need someone on chamber for long range picks? His aim makes him deadly on that agent. But here's the kicker. His recent stint with DRG showed he can also excel on Senti agents. When the team needs it, instead of forcing players into uncomfortable roles, now you have Demon 1, who can seamlessly switch between entry duelists and anchor sentinel depending on the map composition. The firepower he brings is exactly what 100 Thieves has been missing. When you have someone who can consistently win duels and make game-changing plays, it opens up so many tactical options for the team. That's the kind of individual skill that wins championship. And let's be real, Demon 1 is probably looking for a way back to the top level of competition. 100 Thieves could offer him the platform and teammates to go back into the championship form.
What? Wait, Teemo, he's gonna be able to dash out through. Teemo, he's found 3. Now the reveal! How have they pulled that off? Teemo gets 4 in a 2v5.
For the main duelist role, I'm going with Teemo from TSM. Now, I know he is not the flashiest pick, but hear me out. Consistency wins championships. Teemo has been TSM's most reliable player, and his duelist play is exactly what this 100 Thieves roster would need. He's not trying to make hero plays every round. He plays smart, disciplined Valorant while still being aggressive when the team needs it. With players like Demon 1, Com, Flyer, and Okeanos setting him up with perfect utility, Teemo could absolutely thrive in the system. He's shown he can handle pressure and his agent pool fits perfectly with the modern Valorant meta. Plus he's used to playing with a strong agile like Flyer, so the chemistry is already there. Sometimes the best move isn't the flashiest move, it's the move that makes the most sense for the team structure. Why this roster actually works. Every player on this roster would be playing positions that suit their natural playstyle. No more forcing pegs into round holes. Com gets to the initiator he's always been. Demon 1 gets the flexibility he needs. And Flyer gets to actually lead a team with proper structure. This roster could play literally any composition the meta demands. Need double initiator? Flyer and Com are there. Need double duelist? Demon 1 and Teemo are there. The options are endless. Here's the crazy part. All of these players are potentially available. Leviathan has allowed Com and Okeanos to explore options. TSM is rebuilding, so Teemo might be open to moves, and Demon 1 is probably looking for a way back to tier 1 competition. 100 Thieves has the resources to make this happen, they just need to be smart about it. Now let's be real, there are some challenges here. Getting multiple players from the same team might be expensive, and a big question mark as well. Demon 1's stock is still high despite recent struggles, so he won't be cheap, and convincing all these players to believe in the 100 Thieves project might take some work. If you think this roster could work, smash that like button, and if you disagree or have your own roster ideas, I want to hear them. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm constantly analyzing roster moves and also Valorant plays and breaking it down for you. Hit that notification bell so you never miss when I drop a new Valorant content. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.